And, we have everything we need. We have the greatest story to tell. When you're talking to a 17, 18-year-old person, they're trying to think what they want to do with their future. What better story can you tell? First of all, you don't have to go to a 4-year college, be saddled with debt that you're going to be taking decades to pay off. You can get a job tomorrow in this industry because we're hiring. You can work with some of the coolest new technologies that you can imagine, and you go into people's homes and you make them happy, and you leave, and they have a smile on their face, and you can make good money doing it. It's a great story to tell. We just have to have the infrastructure to be established as a recognized business. It's a big part of what CDA is doing is to create awareness in government bodies. We went to Congress in March last year. We're going back this year in March. And I think that awareness piece, there are a couple things. One is that we want the industry recognized in the list of occupational codes that the government has. It doesn't recognize the integrator yet, but hopefully that will change when they do their next round of that. And also just to introduce ourselves to the policymakers so that legislation is favorable to our industry. But that has downstream impacts that are so beneficial to our members, because if you have that recognition, then a young person who's 17, 18 years old trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives can see that we are an actual industry, that they've heard of us. A consumer will understand that we're an actual industry. A designer, an architect will understand that. So the piece of that really is important to us, this advocacy piece in government, because it has impact far and wide beyond just the government relations piece.
Once you're recognized in that group, does it help support credentialing or advocacy for that in terms of caveat all this with, it all exists already. It's just how it's recognized, right?
Right. Well, one of the things we're working on is an apprenticeship program. We have this in other countries, but we don't have it in the United States. So we want this to be a recognized apprenticeship that you can go through, a young person can go through an apprenticeship in an integration company. And it's helpful to have that designation by the government to work with the Department of Labor.